The HMRC's vast photograph collection not only documents historic places and events in the history of Houston, it also documents the succession of structures built at given locations and the evolution of specific areas of the city. Union Station is a significant example of neoclassical revival architecture. It was designed to give visitors to Houston the impression that this was a dynamic city with a limitless future. By the early 20th century, Houston was known as the city where 17 railroads meet the sea. In fact, a railroad locomotive is prominently displayed in the city's seal.
If you look at a railroad map of the United States in the 19th century, you will see the railroads on the East Coast, you will see the railroads fanning out of Chicago, and you will see the railroads fanning out of Houston. We were a railroad hub, which I think most people don't realize.
Union Station opened in 1910. It was designed by the architectural firm that had designed Grand Central Station in New York City. In 1928, Franklin Roosevelt and Al Smith arrived at Union Station for the Democratic National Convention. During World War II, troop trains departed here, taking men off to war. Among the famous trains which ran regularly from Union Station was the Texas Rocket. From 1938 to 1945, it departed Houston twice daily for Dallas and Fort Worth.
As a child in the 1950s, to me it was the gateway to the world because my first trip to New York was through Union Station. I miss the trains.
In 1999, the Houston Sports Authority and the Houston Astros converted the historic Union Station into the main entrance to a new baseball stadium, now known as Minute Maid Park. The main train depot in 19th century and early 20th century Houston was Grand Central Station, which not only handled passenger traffic, but most of the cotton shipments in Texas. By the late 1950s, passenger trains were being discontinued, and the impressive Grand Central Station, which belonged to the Southern Pacific Railroad, was demolished.
The main post office downtown is located on the site of the original Grand Central Station, and today the Amtrak, of course, has taken over, and there's a small station for Amtrak right next to the post office.